I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That beat. Listen, I should have just kept the countdown on for the beat alone. The beat alone. My goodness, who is here? Nobody. All right, I am out of here. I'm tired. Jix is here. What up, Cooper? And a third for Adams. Who says no? The Raiders, they're not going to take that. They're going to want more. First, they're going to shoot high. They're going to want to see. They're going to want everything in the sun and then go down. I'm hearing Pittsburgh. And listen, if he goes to Pittsburgh, I quit. I am done watching football. I am retiring and I am becoming a gaming streamer. I am starting all over from scratch. Who's coming with me? What up, Odyssey, Mike, Jix? How are we doing? Odyssey of Ascension. I don't see you much in these streams. I see you more on the watch party. Thank you for joining. Jix says, "Oh, Mike said I think we should trade all three of our running backs for Derrick Henry." Now, Mike, there has to be trades on the table. They have to be on the block, Mike. We all know Derrick Henry is not even available. Baltimore is officially scary again. They said they would take a second Corey plus some. Oh, they did. They did. Okay. And some pieces. What pieces do we have, Jix? What pieces? I thought they would want a first round pick. That's interesting. They would take a second. I thought they would want a quarterback, so I think they would want a first round pick because we know the Raiders don't have a quarterback right now. They have Minshew, and Minshew did beat us. That's not a knock towards him, but he's not their future. So I thought they would try to get a first round pick out of Davante Adams. Did I think they would get one? Probably not, because he's in the later stages of his career, but I thought they would try. They would pick at the cherry tree, right? Can we trade our O-line for him? Now, Mike, I don't think the Raiders GM is blind, okay? I think they have eyes and they can see, and they used their glasses device to see. At this point, I trade Newsom and Cooper for Adams. Listen, see, some people think that I am an apologist for players, right? And some people think that I am that guy. Listen, right now, if we can get Davante Adams and we can get him to sign a contract long term, because I believe I read, I could be wrong, that his contract is until 2026, but I'm pretty sure that he would want a new deal before signing with any other team. So if you're going to get me Davante Adams locked down, you can get me Jerry Jeudy. We already have him. I think you would have to trade Amari Cooper to get Davante Adams in town, which I don't know what's going to happen. But listen, what could we give up to get Davante Adams? I see Newsom and Cooper, O-line. They're not taking that. You said a second and some pieces. What else do we have? We're not giving up Myles Garrett. We're not giving up Nick Chubb. I'm not giving up Denzel Ward. That's not happening. I'd give up Newsom. I know Martin Emerson is struggling right now. I'm not giving up Martin Emerson Jr. I think he's a young cornerback that I think will continue to get better. He's been struggling a little bit this year, but players have their struggles. So what am I willing to give up for a Davante Adams? Pierre Strong? Would the Raiders take a Pierre Strong? Is that enough to get Davante Adams? I don't think that's enough. Whitehorse? I don't think that's enough either. Hit the like as you come in, would be greatly appreciated. So who are you willing to give up for Davante Adams? Assuming that can get us long term, can get us here long term. Who are you willing to give up? Put it in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, I'm not going to sing. I'm not going to break your eardrums. The Winston and Cooper, throw him a QB, wide receiver duo. Why not? Is Jameis Winston enough? Do you think that entices them to say, hey, we're here? Just Cooper. You think just Cooper's going to do it? Mello? How you doing, Mello? How are you doing? I think they want more than Cooper. I think they want more than Amari Cooper. That's just my thoughts. They're going to want Cooper. They're going to want picks. And I'm guessing they want a quarterback. That's what I'm guessing. They're wanting picks for the draft. They're going to want a quarterback, but they're going to want some more pieces. I'll give you Greg Newsome. I'll give you Jerome Ford. I'll give you Jerome Ford. If that means I'm going to get Davante Adams, does that sound insane? Maybe to some people. But I would give up Jerome in the house, built Ford tough. I would do it for a Davante Adams. I'd do it. I'd give him Ford. I'd give him Cooper. I'd give him a second round pick for Davante Adams. I'd do it. How could you give up Ford? How? Why would you do such a thing? Listen, you give me Nick Chubb. You give me Deontay Foreman. You give me Pierre Strong. I like that running back room. I think that running back room's okay. I think we could give up a Jerome Ford. I think that's okay. As long as he doesn't make it to the Chiefs or Steelers, listen, if he goes to the Steelers, I'm done. I'm done. I retire. I'm going to become a gaming streamer. I'm starting over. It's it. It's over. It's over. I quit. Hey, bro. Yeah, Cooper, Winston. Whoa. Mello. Not Njoku. Now we're losing our minds, Mello. Not Njoku. If Brandy was in here, she would give you a hand clap, Mello. She calls them stone hands. She would give you a hand clap for giving up David Njoku. Mello, what's in your drink today? I'm trying to keep most of our weapons that we have. We gotta keep David Njoku, Davante Adams, Jerry Jeudy. Now, for you that are in here, you're going to think I'm crazy for saying this. You're going to think I'm crazy for saying this. You really are. But listen here. Keep your seatbelt strapped. Keep your seatbelt strapped. All right. Stop the quick fixes. No online to protect QB long enough. It's not about the quick fix, Mike. It's not about the quick fix. If somebody's available, you see what they want. It's not about quick fixing, Cool Breeze. You see what they want. Any good GM, you pick up the phone and you call. What do you want for this player? It's not about quick fixing. Any good GM picks up the phone call. Hey, what do you want for this player? And if they're out of their mind, you say, okay, have a good day. An out of their mind GM is not picking up their phone to say, hey, what does it take to get Davante Adams? Because Davante Adams is a stud. There's not one GM right now that is not on the phone saying, hey, what does it take to get Davante Adams. It's not about quick fixes. It's about doing your due diligence. We know our offensive line stinks and it needs fixed. Well, first of all, they need to eat their vitamins and drink their milk and get healthy. That's number one. But it's not about quick fixes. It's about doing your job. If you're not calling about Davante Adams, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with your GM? What's wrong with them? What are they doing? Pilates? Running around the gym? Eating Cocoa Puffs? What are they doing not calling about Davante Adams? Are they just too good of a team? They don't need him? I don't know a team that's that good. They don't need Davante Adams. So any GM that has a set of eyeballs is at least calling, what do you want for Davante Adams? And then you go from there. So what does it take for Davante Adams? Obviously, we need help on the line. But first, I don't know how good our line is because they all haven't played in one game. They're always hurt. So I don't know how good they are. Jack Conklin hasn't played all year. Wills played for half of a game. So I don't know. And now Wyatt Teller's hurt. So how good is our line? We'll never know until they all play. So let me address that notion of quick fixes. Now, what should we give for Davante Adams? I said I'd give up Ford. I'd do it. And Cooper. And maybe a pick. Because Cooper, everybody's telling me that Amari Cooper doesn't want to be on this team. That's what everybody's telling me. I don't believe it. I don't think he's doing things on purpose. I don't think any player that practices all week, training camp, is going to go out there and just not play on purpose. That's what I personally believe. I don't think Amari Cooper is doing that. I think he is a businessman. I call him the wide receiver version of Nicholas Jamal. I'll run over your soul. Batman. I hate the Joker. Chubb. That's what I call him. That's just me. What up, AAA? How you doing? AB is very aggressive. I know my GM is calling on him. I can see Cooper being traded as well. We don't need another 30-year-old receiver. We need a capable QB, strong or low, great defense, a running back to run 400 times a year, and young receivers to catch the ball. Well, you know what, Django? Not all that is demanding to be traded right now. If it was, I'd call for that too. But you know what? A strong OL, we don't know how strong our OL is. Once again, they're all hurt. They're hurt. So we don't know how good they are. Capable QB, I'll give you that. Maybe he's not capable. I don't know. But we have one 30-year-old receiver who's not playing to his potential. And like I said before, Django, welcome to the channel. If your GM is not calling about Davante Adams, he needs to smell smelling salt. Because yes, he's in his 30s, but he is Davante Adams. He's a different breed. That's why he was on the Netflix special, because he's Davante Adams. He's different. There's players that are in their 30s. Then there's Davante Adams. He's just a different breed. He is that guy. Tillman in a second rounder. I don't know if I want to give up on Tillman yet. I wouldn't do that one. I wouldn't give up on Tillman yet that fast. But that's just me. He's too young. I wouldn't give up on Tillman that fast. Cooper to Chiefs for second and third. I don't know. Do I want to make the Chiefs better? Use the draft in the offseason for what? What are we using the draft for? Davante Adams? A receiver? Elaborate. On the last play of the game, Watson is looking for Cooper, but he gets no separation. And then Watson's on the run. Cooper didn't come towards Watcher and stood still. Cooper sold twice on Sunday. So you're saying trade him? Is that what you're saying, Jix? Trade him? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I don't know. Listen, I could be wrong. I just don't believe that Cooper is doing anything on purpose. Yes, he dropped the pass that led to an interception. He did. He had an 80-yard touchdown called back. So I don't know. I just don't think he's doing it on purpose. But that's just me. I could be so wrong. And sometimes I am. Will A-Rod and Jets count it? We'll go A-Rod and Jets. What does that mean? We'll go A-Rod and elaborate. We'll go A-Rod. Cooper's playing to be traded. I wouldn't be surprised if he's requested a trade next. You think A-Rod's going to request a A-Rod? Lord Jesus. You think Cooper's going to request a trade? I don't see that. I think, like I said, I think he's too Nick Chubbish, too Nick Chubbish to request a trade. Or maybe I'm too naive to think Amari Cooper would request a trade. I don't think he would do it. You got to elaborate on that, Jeff. The A-Rod in the Jets comment. I'm not sure what you meant by that one. Or maybe I'm just slow. But some good news that we got this week. Nick Chubb. Tomorrow he practice. He's going to practice tomorrow. And I want to tell you this. I don't think he's going to play Sunday. I don't think he is going to play on Sunday. But we are closer to the return of my favorite player on the team. At least it's a player I don't have to argue about. I think everybody likes Nick Chubb. I don't know one Browns fan that doesn't like Nick Chubb. It's one player that we all can agree on, at least. You, me, Davante Adams to the Jets. Why would I go to the Jets? Why? Why would I go to the Jets? What does the Jets got to do with me? I just found out Pete Rose died. Maybe now he'll get into the Hall of Fame where he belongs. Now back to the Browns. Yes, I did see that yesterday. Rest in peace to Pete Rose. And Dikembe Mutombo. Rest in peace to him. NBA legend. Dikembe Mutombo. Rest in peace to him. We can trade you instead. Trade me to where? You want me to go to the Raiders? Is that where you want me to go? You want me to go to the Raiders for Davante Adams? I mean, I can. If you want me to, I can go to the Raiders. I mean, the weather is nice. I can gamble. Well, I can gamble here too. But there's a lot more casinos in Vegas. The weather is better in Vegas. The time zone is better. So there's a lot of things in Vegas that is very enticing for me if I got traded to Vegas. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't be surprised. And plus, he did play with Aaron Rodgers for a while, or either Davante Adams to the Saints. That's a good one. The Saints. He went to the Raiders because of Derek Carr. That's why he wanted to play there. And we know his relationship with Aaron Rodgers. Two spots to think of. You ready for Daniels to cook us on Sunday? Jeff, screw Justin Fields. All right? Who cares what he needs? You know what? You know the rules, Jeff. Once you go to the rival, I don't care. You didn't know that either? Yeah. I missed a lot of news laying in the hospital. Hopefully you're feeling better. John Amos passed away. Wow. He only missed 6 throws in the past 2 games. Yeah. I am so not looking forward to playing Jaden Daniels this weekend. I am not looking forward to that. I thought the Commanders was one of those games that we could check off as probably an easy victory. No NFL game is easy. Let me rephrase that. I thought it was a game that we could win, that we could look at and say, okay, this is a game that we should win when the schedule came out. Now, looking at this game, they're leading the NFC East, which nobody thought would happen. Jaden Daniels is the rookie of the year right now, which some people may have picked that. Most picked Caleb Williams. And I am scared to death of this game at Washington. They're cooking right now. Things can go from bad to worst this come Sunday. If you think things are bad now, Jix, if you think they're bad now, Sunday. Oh, Sunday. I'm scared. I know we're in bad shape, but I do not think we are using what we do have for the best results. You know, if you look at the Raiders game, not making any excuses, but if you turn a couple of those plays around, the Browns could have won that football game. And they could be at 2-2. You miss an extra point. You drop a pass that turns into an interception. You get an 80-yard pass called back on a holding. Those plays right there, if those go in your favor, who knows what happens? Now, it's not guaranteed that we win because, you know, it changes the complexion of the game, but then the Raiders could change how they attack the game. So who knows what would happen? But it's just those plays, those 50-50 plays, those 50-50 calls that change everything. If he makes the extra point, we don't have to go for the touchdown. We can go for the tie. We can go for overtime. So you just don't know. But I will tell you this. Sitting at 1-3, potentially going to 1-4 Sunday, and then looking at the rest of the schedule. Holy manoli. Spell it out loud. I am scared. If you had to take a truth serum test right now, and somebody asked you if the Browns were going to beat Washington on Sunday at Washington, with that truth serum test, would you have Cleveland winning on Sunday? Yes or no? Be honest. Would you pick them to beat Washington on Sunday? I haven't seen any other news today. I don't watch the media much, AAA. I try to keep myself and my sanity positive to the much of my ability. So I haven't seen anything regarding Watson. Twitter was like 50-50 on yesterday from what I was looking at. Some blaming Watson, some not blaming Watson for Sunday's loss. But I haven't seen the media as far as what they're saying. I don't think it was his fault they lost on Sunday. I can name a lot more things that happened on Sunday before I get to him. No. I see 2 no's for Cleveland winning on Sunday. Anybody else? No, nobody else. So, I'm not going to lie. The only 4 people on defense who showed up are Delpit, Joke, Ward, and Garrett. Everyone else was non-existent. It's actually so sad how much of a step back they took. Whose fault is that, you think, Jix? I wouldn't pick Washington. If I had to pick, I would not pick Cleveland as of today to win. I don't know what the spread is, but for the fact that Jaden Daniels, I forget what the number was. Jick said only 6 incomplete passes in 2 games. Going up against our defense that has taken a step back, that worries me. And for the fact our offense has only put up has not put up 20 points in a game this year. Over 20 points. Think about that. Has not put up a game of over 20 points this year. That is depressing. And it makes me sad inside. I want to cry. So with those 2 things right there, I don't know. I have no clue. I can't pick them right now. I cannot pick them right now. I'd have to go Washington. But you know me. By come Sunday, I could go with my heart instead of my head and pick the Browns. Plus 3.5 line on the Browns. Short's fault yet again. They ran away from Ward all game. I'm so tired of Emerson getting cooked because Ward isn't allowed to travel with the receiver. Ward should definitely travel with McLaurin. They both went to Ohio State. It only makes sense that he travels with him Sunday night. Please. Sunday night. No. Sunday at 1. It only makes sense that he does. Anything else that I have? It is concerning B Skrills. It is. Anything else that I have before I hop off here? I'm trying to think. Talked about Chubb. Talked about Davante Adams, which I don't think is going to happen, by the way. I don't think they're going to trade. I don't think we have the pieces the Raiders want to trade for Davante Adams. I think there's other teams out there that probably entice them more, or for what the Browns are willing to give up for Davante Adams. So I don't think it's going to happen for the crowd that thinks he's too old or don't want another old receiver. I don't think you have to worry about it because I don't think it's going to happen. If this season doesn't turn around, do you think there will be heads rolling? What do you mean? Fans, or will somebody get fired? What do you mean by heads rolling? Because I think some of fans, heads are rolling already. I think it's for Nick Chubb. I think they made room for Nick Chubb. Fired? I don't think anyone will get fired, in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't believe that, but I don't think anyone will get fired. No. Now, if they only win like 3 games, I can change my mind about that, right? But I think they'll win more than 3 games, obviously. But I don't think anybody will get fired. To me, turning around AAA is like you win 10 games. To me, it's turning it around. 10-7. If you told me we'll be 10-7 after this 1-3 start, that's turning it around. That's turning it around right now. But I don't think anybody's going to get fired. I do believe that if we end up like, let's say 7-10, right? And we don't get really markedly better on offense, we get like 7-10. I think they're going to try to figure out a way for this to be Deshaun Watson's last season. I do think that will happen. If we're 7-10 and the offense doesn't get any better. Like, we're losing games because we're scoring like 16, 17 points a game, and it's not getting any better. It's not like we're losing 42-35 and the defense just falling apart. I mean, we're losing games kind of like this. Now, last game, I don't put it on him, but that's beside the point. If we're losing games like this, 20-16, 23-17, I think they're going to try to find a way. I really do. That's just my humble opinion, and we'll see what happens as far as that goes, because they've got to be able to put up more than 20 points. You have to in this day and age, especially if your defense isn't performing so far like it was last year. No one talks about Dorsey. How much of this is on him? That's a very good question. It is a new offense. How long is it supposed to take for a new offense to gel together? Obviously, it looked better last year under Alex Van Pelt. He is getting somewhat of a pass, and I think he's getting somewhat of a pass because of the quarterback. Everybody hates the quarterback, so he's kind of like hiding in the bushes. Like, hey, I mean, it's all good. Hey, I'm good. Forget about me. So he should get some of the blame too, because last year it didn't look this bad under five different quarterbacks, including Watson. He played too, and the offense did not look like this. So, very good point, AAA. Well, that's going to be it for me. Just wanted to hop on, talk about Davante Adams, which I think the Browns will not get. We'll see, though, where he goes. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. Besides Jeff, I know he likes Pittsburgh, that he does not go to the Steelers, because if he does, I'm just done. I retire. I am done. But other than that, appreciate you all. With notifications on, you know the drill. Until next time, appreciate you too, Anthony. It's all love. Peace.